that I stole the sword from him and I still had it, and he just goes, "You can't use the sword of Gryffindor, you're in Ravenclaw!" And I cut his head off. The moral of the story to learn here is that when I get bored, I do new things to
There's only two ways you can react to this video. By subscribing, or by calling the police.
District 5, PvP Gods, starting out with Dora the Explorer, well known for her heroics in World War II, during which she earned a Medal of Honor, Legion of Merit, 12 Purple Hearts, and is estimated to have killed 400 Nazis. Joining her is Yoda, one of the most renowned and powerful Jedi Masters in galactic history, who is ready to make up for the fact that he didn't win a single fight in the entire Star Wars franchise so far. That's right, I said it. Obi-Wan for... It's a topic that obviously affects my life a great deal, is what I'm going to be talking about today. It's the fact that Obi-Wan was, like, the only good Jedi, and as you can tell, this is very important to me. Obi-Wan was the only good Jedi, and, like, you know, every other Jedi sucked. And I know what you're thinking, like, you know, oh no, Mace Windu. Mace Windu was pretty cool. Or, oh no, Yoda. No, he must have forgotten about Yoda. Yoda was pretty cool. Or, oh my god, Qui-Gon Jinn was the greatest guy. No, they all sucked. Obi-Wan was the guy doing work the entire time. I mean, let's look at what Obi-Wan did in the movies. Like, you know, Obi-Wan, the first prequel, I'm talking chronological order. Obi-Wan's like, oh, hey, look, it's the first... Oh, boy, there's a person here. Obi-Wan's like, oh, hey, it's the first Sith Lord in, like, you know, 1,000 years. Let me just cut this guy in half. Hacks. Easy peasy, get wrecked, kiddo. Like, he didn't even sweat it. And then, like, you know, in the third movie, he's like, oh, look, it's a four-armed, lightsaber-wielding robot of death. Let me just shoot this guy with a gun. Don't even need to use my sword on him. I'm just gonna use a gun, because this is America. And then, like, you know, he's like, easy peasy. And then later, Yoda's like, okay, Obi-Wan, I need you to do something for me. I need you to 1v1 literally the strongest Jedi to ever live. Prophecies have been told about him for thousands of years. I need you to 1v1 him. And Obi-Wan's like, don't even worry about it. Obi-Wan goes into the 1v1, cuts off all his arms, cuts off all his legs. Easy peasy. Hacks! That's what Obi-Wan was doing. And then you look at what, like, you know, every other Jedi did. And, you know, Anakin did some things, but, like, you know who trained Anakin? It was Obi-Wan. So, you know, everything that Anakin did just kind of reflects on what Obi-Wan taught him, besides, like, you know, the whole kill a lot of children thing. I don't think Obi-Wan gave him a, like, you know, a 101 class on how to murder children, because it was me. But then you look at, like, you know, the other Jedi, and Yoda. Yoda is, like, you know, so hyped up, and basically what Yoda did was sat around, made some predictions, didn't really foresee anything that was happening, and then he's like, you know what, this is it, my time is now. I'm gonna redeem myself, I'm gonna 1v1 the Emperor, and he loses, and he exiles himself to Dagobah. And a lot of people are like, oh, he didn't lose the 1v1 to the Emperor. Yeah, he lost the 1v1 to the Emperor. Yoda's being about as useful as he was in the movies by grabbing an empty backpack. Because, you know, you look at what happened after. What are you doing with your life? Oh my god, just... The Force was not with that guy. Like, you know, you look at what happened after the 1v1 with Palpatine, and it's like, okay, so let's see, Yoda lived in a swamp for the rest of his life. And what did the Emperor do? He controlled the galaxy for the rest of his life. I'm pretty sure the Emperor got the better end of the stick there, you know, didn't live in a swamp. This is a metaphor. You see, all of these look like challenges in life that we just don't think we can do, but once you just walk up there with nothing but your bare fist and start punching your problems in the face, they just don't respawn. Yes, mind. Follow that to its logical conclusion. You can do it.
Problem. My baby needs to learn to understand theoretical physics. Screw all of you who gave me this prompt. The solution? A gun.
No! Oh,
it's also a gun. Fear is the greatest motivator.
Why were 3 out of 4?
That baby better learn today. That baby better learn. He better learn right this instant, or I don't know what I'm gonna do to that baby. I don't know what I'm gonna do to that baby if he doesn't comprehend theoretical physics right this instant. I swear to God! You better learn those equations!
Yeah, it was gonna be about getting rid of a baby. Anyway.
Yay! Baby punching marathon!
Oh my god.
They made me change my guild name from that because it was too inappropriate, even though this entire server...
Did they actually?
Yes. They changed it repeatedly until an admin gave me, like, a warning, and I'm sitting here like, the basis of this server is stabbing small children for coins. Thank you, Hypixel. Very cool. As it turns out, I didn't become a drug dealer like they predicted. I became Wizard Hitler.
I have the sexiest elbows of anyone on the planet, and am well known for my fluency in French. Hola, muchachos.
But as an ex-English major, I decided that math wasn't enough to defeat my enemies. I needed to consult the classics. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Today, I'm going to tell you guys a story from when I was 9 years old. You see, I used to play this game called Roblox, and the thing is, Roblox, it wasn't really a game, it was more of a platform with thousands, and I do mean thousands, of user-generated minigames. And I really only remember playing like 2 of these games, because the thing you have to understand about these games is that most of them were terrible because they were generated by the community, and the community was mostly like 7 and 8-year-olds. I was a proud 9-year-old at the time. No one really knew how to make a good game. Every once in a while you'd find a gem made by some prodigy 16-year-old programmer or something, and I found 2 of those and I loved them. I played them non-stop, and today I'm going to be talking about the Harry Potter themed one. It was honestly insane, but the one problem I had with it, I was really good at it, but the one problem I had was there wasn't any action because no one wanted to fight. I mean, the only thing everyone wanted to do was roleplay, and why would you roleplay if you're playing a video game specifically designed to eliminate the whole role thing and make you actually play the game? But these are 7 and 8-year-olds, they just want to be Harry Potter. One day, I'd had enough. You see, in the books, it's kind of like real life. If you die, that's a bad thing, and if someone steals your wand, that's kind of an act of mercy, but not in the game. The game was different. If you die, you respawn 3 seconds later, no one cares. But if someone steals your wand, your life is over. Without a wand in the game, you can't do anything, so like the scariest thing to hear is just some nerd screaming, and then suddenly your wand is gone, your dreams are gone, and you live out the rest of your days slowly spiraling into depression because you have nothing left to live for. No, but seriously, having someone take your wand would be like the worst possible scenario. You need to find someone to kill you so you could respawn with the wand and go back to like being able to play the game, but getting someone to kill you would require them to listen to basic verbal instructions, and these guys are 8 years old, so that wasn't gonna happen. And the thing about this game is that not only was everyone like 7 and 8, so they didn't have any aim at all, so I could pretty much walk over them, they also really didn't have any spells, so if someone tried to fight back, they'd be like, Wingardium Leviosa, and I'd like lift gently in the air if they hit their spell, which is not something that happened often, and then I'd just look at them and just be like, Reducto, and I'd nuke them from orbit. Now I know what you're thinking.
This feels awfully like a mugging.
It is! I mean, everyone would hate me, but hear me out here. It'd be funny. If I know orphans' dreams will be shattered, my efficiency
I
goes
can't
up
find any at all.
But one day something was different. I came across this random guy, and I stole his wand, and he looked up at me like, bro, why'd you take my wand? And I'm like, because I felt like dude, give me my wand. No. And he's like, but how am I going to be Harry Potter if I don't have magic? And I just looked at him, and I'm just like, you're not a wizard, Harry. And I walked off, and that guy's life was ruined. This is the second worst thing that has happened to these orphans in their lives. So Harry Potter here, determined to get revenge against Wizard Hitler, decides that he's gonna form a mob, and forming a mob was really easy for him because, believe it or not a lot of people liked me after I stole most of their wands. So one day this mob finds me, and when I say mob, I mean like 8 guys, because you know how hard it is to organize 7 and 8-year-olds? It's basically impossible. I'm surprised he got like a whole 8 guys. And we have an epic showdown. Let's exercise our Second Amendment rights on these fools. Free death for everyone! I destroyed them. It wasn't even close. Like, half of them didn't even have wands. I wonder why. Another half of them couldn't aim, so I just tore these guys to shreds. Oh, by the way, guys, I've developed a really good strategy for people with overpowered computers. So you take out the bottle of enchant and you activate your auto clicker and while they have 3 FPS, you crit them out. Until the only guy left was Harry Potter. At the time, Harry Potter didn't even have a wand, so I was looking at this guy like, sup, what could you possibly do to me? And this guy straight up pulls out a sword. Like, I don't know how he got a sword. Maybe there's a shop, maybe there's a secret somewhere. He just straight up pulls out a sword and it's just like, I'm gonna kill you with the sword of Gryffindor! So he rushes at me and I completely destroy him because he has a sword. I have magic. I am Wizard Hitler. You can't take me on with a sword. What are you thinking? So I take his sword, I kill him, I go on with my life. Officer, I drop-kicked that child in self-defense. You gotta believe me. But this was not the last I would be seeing of Harry Potter. So later that day, I'm just walking along the Hogwarts hallways. I have like 30 wands in my backpack. It is a good day to be Wizard Hitler when suddenly I see someone, and guess who it is? It's Harry Potter. He is not in a good mood right now. He has spent this entire time hunting me down, and he ain't messing around. He just yells out in the chat, Expelliarmus! And my wand flies out of my hand, and he has my wand. There's nothing I can do. All is lost. When suddenly, I remember, oh right, I have like 50 wands in my backpack.
I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
This doesn't matter. And it's just Christmas for Harry Potter right now. He's just in the chat like, yeah, get destroyed, dude! How does it feel? I'm not so freaking nice taking other people's wands! And that's when I didn't say anything back. I just casually took out a second wand. And he just looks at me blankly, and then suddenly he just yells, Expelliarmus! And he takes my wand, and there's like this brief moment of silence, and he goes back to town, yeah, get destroyed! And I take out a third wand. Harry Potter, who's probably around 8 years old, doesn't really realize how dead he is. So I take out a fourth wand. He keeps yelling, Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Taking more wands from me. I don't care. I have so many of these things. I've been taking them from people all day. I have spares. So he keeps disarming me. I'm not fighting back. This is hilarious for me, because this guy is sort of, he's like, Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! And I like so many wands. I've been taking them from people all day. I'm Wizard Hitler. And finally, I run out of wands, and he's just like, are you out of wands? Please tell me you're out of wands. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I'm out of wands. You got me. And he's like, how does it feel? And that's when I pulled out the sword of Gryffindor. And I just see a brief look of confusion on his face when he realizes that I stole the sword from him and I still had it. And he just goes, you can't use the sword of Gryffindor, you're in Ravenclaw! And I cut his head off.
Ay, cabrón, ¿dónde está la biblioteca?
Hacks!